Hey, Scribe, Sarah here, and welcome to the October Book Club edition of the Right Podcast. I'm so glad you're here and spending this time with me today. And I have a very special guest with me, the lovely, vivacious Franny.
Oh, thank you, legend. What a gorgeous intro. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. So,
And you are looking on point. Sorry, the earrings and the lipstick, matchy matchy, has not gone unnoticed. Love it.
oh, you,
Love
thank
matchy
you.
matchy.
Yes, we are on YouTube. If you if you can't see us, that's where you should be watching. So, Franny is a new friend of mine, and we actually met when you set up a book club here on the Sunshine Coast. And I was very honoured when you asked me to come and speak to the lovely ladies.
What a that was so good. And the fact that I have started a book club is absolutely hilarious because before this year, before January, I didn't even read like that. Maybe like one book every 2 years that was like personal development, never fiction. I've never been a fiction reader. So the fact that this is all coming together has just blown my mind.
So, how did you get into reading again then?
Hilarious. A girlfriend. I think there's probably about 15 million other women around the world that will identify with exactly this story. A girlfriend said to me, "Oh, Freddie, I'm reading these amazing books." And I was like, "Oh my God, like, oh, I'm going to learn something, personal development. Like, what is it?" And she's like, "Right. So there's these dragons." And I just literally zoned out. Like, we laugh about it now, but I started thinking about, oh, what's my shopping list? Like, what am I doing for dinner later? And I was not interested. I didn't realize she was into fiction, never knew about it. Anyway, after a bit of eye rolling, bless her, for my birthday, she sent me the box set of Akatar, Court of Thorn of Roses, and then that was it. That was it. Fell off the cliff. And then I think I've read like well over 50 books now of all fiction, all smut. Didn't even know that I was a lover of that. And from there, I just went, I was crazy, just like vomiting it at everyone. I'm like, oh my God, do you read? And whether they said yes or whether they said no, I was like, me too. Like, I never used to read either. But, or if they said yes, I was like, oh, me too. What are you reading? And I just kept hearing lots of times, like, we should start a book club. We should start a book club. And I'd heard that probably 5, 6, 7 times, and I knew no one else was going to do it. And I thought, you know what? It's just, I'm having so much fun with this. And I just went on Facebook and I barely know how to use it, like set up a group, like trying to figure this out and called it Smut Club. And we have nearly 400 women in the group. And I've just met like epic people such as yourself. And it has been a riot. We're only sort of 4 months in, and that this is literally part of my lifestyle. I could not imagine life without books. It's a complete 180.
It is beautiful. I've been to two of them now, and it's so cool. And the women that come, we don't have any men, but I'm sure they're allowed. But the women that come are just, you know, I was looking the other day, and just they're all different ages,
Yes.
colors, where they're up to in their families and what they do for a living, and it's
Yeah.
so beautiful and diverse. And I'm just like, this is my tribe.
It really is. And that's what I wanted. And I'm so proud of people because it can be really hard, one, to meet people and sort of a serious side, if you will, that it started because I was finding myself lonely. I've got three little kids. It can be like, it's hard to see neighbors that we love next door. You barely see anyone now, but it's that space to be like once a month. If you don't have like 3 hours for yourself once a month, like that's not a life. And to step out and to meet people. And it's been really nice that when you're brave enough to say that, the amount of women that have now come to me and said, I felt exactly the same. And so we've all just connected, like you said, different shapes, sizes, colors, what we do for a living, families, family, no family, it doesn't matter. And we've all come together. And it really is like the best little tribe. Yeah. And we've
Yeah.
all just connected from smart. Like we've all got that in common. So everyone's family straight away.
That's it. No, it is. It's absolutely beautiful. And so, what books do you normally choose? Do you all like read the same book usually, or how does it go?
No, I think for me, like traveling, hubby and I have traveled 70 countries. It's always about something different. And I get so excited to try. Like before, it was like Tony Robbins, personal development, business, all very, nothing that you would personally froth over to be like, spend like, oh my God, I can't wait. Just everyone leave me alone so I can read my book. But now it's literally been a great mix. They've all been recommendations. All my book list is everything. So I'm so grateful for you recommending this book. So many I just never heard of. But fantasy mainly. And you know what, Sarah, at the end of the day, I can answer that. If someone's getting some, I'm open to reading it. If it's smutty and tricky, a couple of people have been like, there's no smut, but it's a really good story. I'm like, doesn't make the list. That sums it up.
We need fantasy and unrealistic expectations.
Exactly. Yes.
I love it. I recently joined TikTok and I am absolutely loving the lip syncing. Like that is my thing. Like before I came on, I had, hair and makeup, so I'm like, I'll record some reels. And I just love it. And the content that's in there, and it's beautiful. And the community that are on Book Talk in particular, and Bookstagram as well. I'm loving it. And again, different ages, different geographical locations and everything. So yeah, it's beautiful. I love how that has helped as authors to get our books out there. And a lot of authors, this is how they've broken in, how they've sold books. And that is what brings me to this book that we did read, How to Break My Heart by Kat T. Masen. So Kat T. Masen is one of the OG TikTokers. She came on right at the very beginning when the rest of us were just kind of like, oh my God, I deal with Facebook. I'm not going to TikTok. She got on there and she was posting reels. She was doing lives. She was, right up there. And she has done incredibly well out of it over the last, I don't know how long she's been on it, 6 years or something now. So yeah, she's written a lot of different books, and to be honest, I was expecting this to be a darker read than it was, and I want to say I was pleasantly surprised because I do love small town. And yeah, so what did you think? We'll get into all the nitty gritty. What did you think of this book?
So first of all, massive thank you. I had not heard of Kat. Like I said, I'm new to all things fiction. So when you mentioned her, it is awesome to champion an Aussie. Like the fact that like a local author, I am frothing over this and I can't wait to just be excited by local and domestic authors here. So that was really cool. So I think it's really awesome when you come in. I had no idea what the book was about. You're like, Franny, you open to reading this? Absolutely. And so I just came in with a blank slate. But I agree with you. This for me is very like Elsie Silver, Chestnut Springs vibe, and I dig it. I actually love that it's a feel good, just pick me up. Life is busy, like everyone's is. It's a circus. And this for me was the type of book. Look, for me, you're not going to rave 5 stars and it's not going to change your world, but it didn't need to. It was that light feel good. It filled my cup at the end with a few little surprises, which I really like, some that I wasn't expecting. And so for me, it filled my cup.
Yeah.
I loved it, but I didn't come with any expectations. So in terms of dark, because I think you've been a huge follower of Kat, and so you know some of her stuff. So I'm intrigued to know how it compares to some of her other works. But for me, it was cup filling.
Yeah, awesome. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't read How to Break My Heart by Kat T. Masen, we are going to be going deep and we are going to spoil everything. So, definitely, if you haven't read it, push pause now, go and read it. I did the audio, it was beautiful, it was really good narration. Did you ebook it or paperback it?
Yeah, ebook.
Ebook, awesome. Yeah, so, and I definitely fell in love with it because it is pink. Pink's my colour. And I've recently done a pink book as well. So I'm like, I loved the cover. And it's got sprayed edges as well. So it is absolutely gorgeous.
And let's be real, we do judge a book by its cover, and it is cute.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, definitely looking at that pink cover, you do think that it is on the sweeter side. And it is not sweet on Steam rating. I would say this is definitely steamy, on par with Elsie Silver for sure. There is no closed scenes at all. On that though, they weren't necessarily in real time. So they would have a scene and then it was like, he did me in all those different positions. And I was like, wait, what? So it starts off, Eva is our main character, and she, I love this, owns a donut shop. I know Kat has a fondness for donuts. She has been giving them away at book signings since I first met her way back when, and she talks about donuts which are pineapple flavored, and I don't know where to get a frickin' pineapple flavored donut, but I need this thing in my life.
That was an Aussie represent moment, given it's based in America. Did not go unnoticed, Kat. Loved it.
Yeah, yeah. Can I ask, as someone who had never heard, obviously I'm not from Australia originally, as someone who had never heard of a pineapple donut, is that a thing and where do I find them?
You know what? I don't know if it is a thing, and it should be a thing.
It should
And
be.
if you're watching this and you're remotely got a cafe, you should make that a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I am envisioning the flavor, like, from Cadbury's pineapple snack packs.
Oh, stop it.
I'm
Yes.
like, oh my God, fill that up with donutty goodness. I am all
There is definitely a market for that. And if you are stateside, like, put that little Aussie umbrella in there and you are good to go. Put the little flag. Yeah, I reckon that there's a market for it.
I stalked Kat when this book came out. She owns a bookshop down in Bowral in New South Wales. I think she's opened one in Sydney as well. She had a book signing there when it came out, and she had a cart with donuts, and people could eat them. And I'm like, oh, there is a pineapple donut there, and she better be sending me one.
That doesn't work hard, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to send her a message as soon as we're done. Like, I need donuts. Bring them.
The diabetes rate has gone up in Australia since this book launched.
Absolutely, absolutely. Back to the book. So Eva, she owns a shop, donut shop in a small town called Cinnamon Springs. This is the first in a new series. And her best friend Maddie enlists her help to plan a wedding, which is like in a month's time. And she's super busy. Eva's like, yeah, I'll plan your wedding, of course, as you do. And she was also planning this with Maddie's brother, Aston. And Aston is the first love where something almost happened, it didn't quite. And as she says in the book, when he first broke her heart. So what did you think about Aston?
I really like his character. I like you almost try as you're reading like to predict what's going to happen, but I like towards the end you think you know what's going to happen, but there's these little nuggets and these little twists. And who doesn't love the whole enemies to lovers, that broody kind of character that you're trying to crack and see how this is going to play out. But personally, there was something about his character because he's extremely protective of her from the start. And hey, who doesn't think that that's hot?
Oh yeah.
So personally, yeah, me like Aston.
I do too, definitely.
Not how he treated other women and what you hear initially. However, you see that he is actually a marshmallow underneath all that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's, in romance, we like that they are the right person for the right person. And so, yeah, he was a player, but it was consensual. The girls knew what they were getting into, so it's allowed. And then, of course, he gives all of that up when he meets the love of his life, which, yes, I love that about romance.
All the feels.
It does. It does. It's gorgeous. And so they're in a small town. Aston lives in New York, but he commutes to the small town to help Eva organize parts of the wedding. And through that, they spend this time together, and there's vibes and there's lots going on, lots of chemistry, which I adore. And we learn that Aston actually, he is a good guy. He has a real dick for a father, and he has basically, put his own life on hold to protect Eva and run this business for his father, who's basically like blackmailing. he's really not a good guy, their father.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the juice at the end, which I won't go into, but I really like that dynamic and the little surprises that you get.
You're going to spoil it. Bring him on. Spoil it.
Oh, just his growth with it. No, because I think that's what I liked about. I'm not going to say the main thing because I did not see that aspect of the book coming, and I like that. Yeah, it's nice to be surprised.
Yeah, for sure. And Maddie is just this vivacious, gets everything she wants, pretty girl.
I like her character too because there's you realise maybe she's not so airhead after all. Kind of this Legally Blonde channeling vibe.
Yeah, yeah. And she comes to her senses. So she's supposed to get married, all the wedding's about to happen, and we throw in one of the best tropes, which is runaway bride. So,
Yes, and a nice opening at the end too for some.
yeah,
Is that going to be in the series? We're going to have a spin off there.
yes, we're definitely going to talk about that.
I love.
We'll get to that in a minute. So the small town Cinnamon Springs, which I love as a name, and cinnamon is brought up quite a few times. There's lots of like foodie references. You've got one of the things I really loved is that Eva has this beautiful friendship with Maddie, just ride or die. Absolutely love it. Like, why can't we all have girlfriends like that?
Yeah.
And then she also has her friend Billy, who works for her as well. And poor Billy's mum dies during this, which was really kind of like, oh, you don't expect that in these sorts of cozy books.
Yeah.
Death is something we don't like to talk about when it's cozy. But I thought that was really beautiful, the way it was handled, the way Eva stepped up as a friend. This was the day before the wedding's supposed to happen. And the community rallies behind Billy as well, which is just, yeah, really gorgeous. And I thought that gave it so much good substance and interesting, yeah, that it could have
Perfect.
just been something else and it wasn't. So of course she's
depth. And growing up in a small town, I grew up in a town of 1,200 people, and that's exactly what happens. So
yeah.
that's extremely relatable if you are a country girl.
Yes, yes. So it's gorgeous. And that is why we like small town. Everyone knows each other and knows all the business, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but we love it. So I think with the setup with Maddie and Billy, I think maybe book number 2 is one of those, and I think maybe book number 3 will be the other one. And so my speculating on what book 2 is, I think it's going to be Maddie.
Yeah.
And yes, right at the end, the girls were checking out some people, and Maddie spotted a girl that she was like, ooh, hello. And I thought, yes, please, more of that.
And you know what? I will be reading it too.
Absolutely.
Like, when you need that pickup too. And that's really nice when you finish a book and it wants you leaving like with more.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, come on, Kat, we need book 2 now. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't do a Sarah Williams and leave us hanging for a year.
Right? Oh my goodness. And cliffhangers. Shocked me with that one. There was boom. When we talk about little nuggets and the twist at the end.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm still dealing with that myself, little. Bailey and I have a lot of deep conversations about how screwed up I'm going to make her in book 2 and 3. Ah, yes.
I am very excited for that. You've dropped some nuggets on that, and I can already see like those layers. That's going to be a really great onion.
Ah, fantastic. Of course, if you don't know what we're talking about my book Songbird, which came out earlier this year, and book 2 is coming out as soon as I finish writing it. Actually has a new cover, so it's no longer a blue cover, it is a pink cover. As I will talk about in a future solo episode all about covers, because I'm doing a deep dive on that at the moment. But yeah, so leaving cliffhangers, and this will be, a standalone series, Kat T. Mason's one. So I think, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be Maddie, and I'm hoping they're going to represent. There is really, I've really been thinking about it. Of course, in Songbird, I did do some LGBTIQ, and I think we do need more representation in these small town books. And so if that's where she's going to go, good job, go Kat, love it, want it, give it to me more.
That's a really good point, actually. I guess being new to smut world, I was going to say went down the smut hole, but I don't know if that works. But haven't come across too many of those books, or maybe I'm just not specifically looking. I remember going to a beautiful, beautiful bookstore when I was in Colorado in the States, and they had a whole designated section, which was really cool. So I know that the category is out there. Just haven't come across it too much as yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot more representation in fantasy. I mean, you can do whatever you like in fantasy, so it is easier. But I think, Yeah, unless you go looking for it, and I will definitely be looking for it because we do need more representation. I am absolutely agree. And I can't wait to, yeah, dive into more of LGBTIQ and all colors and all those sorts of things because I think there could be so much fun and beautiful writing and books and stories in that sort of genre.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had little snippets of it actually. I won't give away the book because it was a major like plot twist at the end. But yeah, you don't realize how hot that can be.
Mhm, mhm. Yep,
Mm.
definitely.
So bring it on.
Amazing. So will you be reading book number 2 when it comes out?
I will be. And I'm also one, because I'm interested and I love just the sweet, filling the cupness of it. Like I said, not it's a perfect book for where you might be at in a busy life when you already life is heavy and stuff too. And so that's what I really liked about it as well. And I'm always going to champion an Aussie. I think rally behind the Aussie women that are doing it's these beautiful authors. And I think I don't know if it's now, Sarah, you might know this, like with technology and the book talk things that are happening, but just learning, I'm learning more and more and more about local authors. And I'm like, oh my God, they're everywhere. There are so many people to champion. So in
Yeah.
short, yes, and get behind the Aussies.
Awesome. Well, I do know because I stalk Kat. I do know that as well as her shop in Barrel, which is called Books Ever After, go there, check it out. She's opening one in Sydney as well. And so these books are romance only and only special editions. So she really kind of got the market in Australia, if not even overseas, I dare to say. Doing sprayed edges, foil covers, hard books, all these sorts of things. So I really snaps to her. She's an incredible businesswoman. I love everything she does. I will champion her any day of the week. Um, and I know that she's recently been on a book tour with Willow Winters. She's a good friend with her. And they were in the States. And I know Kat is wanting to expand into the US and have some books ever after over there as well, which I love. And I think she is just she's going to take over the world, and I love every minute of it.
Absolutely, dropping over it too. And on that note, there's such pretty, pretty covers. Like I know that you've done it as well. Can't wait to hear on like making the books and that podcast. That'll be incredible. They're beautiful gifts. Christmas is coming up. It's such a win.
So
Like, think
much.
about what book you could get for someone. And you know what? It's funny that I'm saying this. Even if someone's like, I don't read, that was me in January. My girlfriend, this whole adventure started because my girlfriend was gorgeous enough to buy me a book. Yeah. So
Yeah,
don't be shy. Great
it's
Christmas
the
gift.
absolutely, and beautiful trophies for your bookshops,
Yeah.
bookshelves, of course.
Gorgeous.
And
Yeah.
speaking of local authors, we're going to be hosting. I'm going to be hosting the Sunshine Coast Fiction Festival, and gosh, by the time this goes out, it's literally like going to be 2 weeks away. And we have so many amazing Australian local authors, as well as overseas authors as well, coming in for this festival. I'm so excited. And I just can't wait to like get all these books and get all these books signed and get all their special editions and merch. And it's going to be so much fun.
The very first one, you should be so proud of that, bringing everyone together. It's going to be a ride. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks, girl.
Yeah, I'm super excited and just bringing the community together. We've got 3 bookshops, 3 local independent bookshops who are all coming together, spreading the love, enjoying everything bookish and fiction and readerly and learning and building that community, which is what book clubs do, book festivals. I want it to be a big expansion on that. So I am super looking forward to that. So it is November 7th, 8th, and 9th, 2025. I am making no promises there is ever going to be a second one.
Yes,
Um,
there will be. We're making it here. We're making the call. Of course, it will be.
if somebody wants to help me with that, they can reach out.
Yeah, good job, Mama. Yeah, you're amazing.
Mother of 4, a lot going on here. So,
Yes.
but this has definitely been something I've wanted to do for a while, and I love that it's bringing so much joy to people, to readers, to authors, to vendors alike. So I am super excited for that, and I will hopefully be seeing Miss Franny there.
Yours will be there. I'll be there with bells on. Absolutely. Would not miss it. Champion in the front row. You'll hear me, girl.
Oh, yes, I'm sure we will. Well, thank you so much for our chat today, Fran. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, keep the book recommendations coming.
Oh,
Always.
I will. And thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. We really hope you enjoyed it. And of course, I'll be back next week, same time, same place. Bye for now.